приехала, устала, хочу в отель. So continuing my adventures in Japan, from Kanazawa, I traveled to Kyoto by Shinkansen, and I spent there 2 nights and I guess 1 day and a half. And the first thing I did, because my hotel was still not ready, I went to this castle to look around the garden and walk inside as well. The guest house which I went to was amazing because there were only 4 rooms for the rent, and I was staying in the water room, which had a design following the water patterns and basho style of the haiku about the frog. Окей, я только что заселилась в отель. Ну как в отель, это дом, в котором есть комнаты. Вот, и я взяла себе комнату тоже в традиционном стиле. И сейчас я буду здесь разбирать свои вещи. Остаюсь я здесь на 2 ночи. Вот, и получается, да, 2 ночи. И, наверное, потом я уже поеду в центр, чтобы встретиться со своей подругой, которая тоже здесь остается, вот, но в другом отеле. Мы с ней пойдем на концерт традиционных искусств Киото. The only reason I went there is because I didn't have much time to go to separate centers to see those traditional arts. So I thought maybe it could be a good idea, but to be honest, I don't really recommend it. Especially if you have more deeper knowledge about those arts, I don't think you would enjoy this kind of performance. The city at night was becoming so lively, and I really enjoyed it. Вы не представляете, как сильно здесь пахнет этим, как называется, деревом. Такой запах, просто потрясающий. Я всю ночь спала и чувствовала этот запах. Просто божественно. Я теперь хочу здесь жить. Комната хикикамори. Посмотрите на эту милоту. Ой. The next morning I woke up and I didn't have much time to sleep, of course, so I was kind of tired, but ready for the next day. Я очень рада, что я здесь. Здесь очень прикольно, мило. Мне все нравится. Я доволен. Кот доволен. The night before, the owner of the guest house, she told me that they have a free ticket to public baths. So I took 1 ticket and went there, and it was a very good stress relief after such a long, extensive adventure. I wish I had more time to stay in this guest house, but unfortunately, I had to part soon. But guess why I went to Kyoto? Of course, because of the Noh Theater. I was checking that if it's possible to go to Tokyo National Noh Theater, but unfortunately, since my days of travel were not matching the performances there, I headed to Kanze Noh Theater in Kyoto, and I didn't regret it at all. They have the specific program for the visitors where you can go inside the theater behind the mirror room and see how the preparations are starting and how the actors are preparing for the play. As I said before, I was writing my graduation paper on Noh theater and cinema, so I did know the most of the information that they were telling there, but I still enjoyed it a lot because there is a difference between reading about it in different university papers and studies and actually seeing it in real life.
That represents a whole mountain. Yeah. And then this represents, they just have the gate, but it's supposed to signal that you're entering a whole house. First, I'd like to tell you a little bit about the costumes. And the costumes here, which one should we start with? Since you're all there, why don't I start with this one? This one is actually like trousers. If you closer to a regular kimono size that we would wear. But this has very large sleeves. It's very effective when you have a long dance piece because these sleeves kind of really lying ill in her bed will be represented by just this being folded and put on stage.
What is surprising about specifically this Kanze Noh theater is that the family which is running it is very open to internationals and to collaborations with other art forms, unlike some other troupes which are more conservative.
Structurally very intricately calculated, so it looks as if it's embroidery. So it has actually it combines different structures of patterns and I'm often asked about and so that's the kind of traditional actually material they would use to dress hair in Japan. When you become a teenager, you start practicing more intensively, and typically they would have especially intensive training period for 5 to 8 years until they can be professional and do things more independently. But you don't have to be born into a line of actors to become a Noh actor for him. And so, じゃあお願いします。So this would be done in the mirror room that you went in first.
I do believe that what they do is very important because finally they close this gap between the world, which discovers Noh theater, and such a seclusive art form like Noh.
正面の方、ここのいいですか？
Now he's going to look a little down, see how the expressions will change. And when he puts the hand in front, and know this is a very symbolic way of expressing crying, so holding back the tears. And so together with the angle was very subtle, very subtle.
I didn't have much time to visit all the places I wished to in Kyoto, unfortunately. And also, I really wanted to visit Osaka to visit the grave of Yasunari Kawabata and his museum. But the trip was almost getting to the end before I go back to France. So I just decided to head to Tanabe, where the Aikido founder was born at. So next video is gonna be dedicated to that.